Audio-video receivers allow us to command the sound around our TV or projector systems to create the ultimate home theater experience. But not all head units are created equal. So, we have reviewed over 30 of the highest rated units to present you with nothing but the best. Hey guys, I'm Jim with Techie Tech News, and these are the best AV receivers of 2025. Links to these products will be provided in the description box below, and please like, comment, and subscribe for more product review videos. At Techie Tech News, we evaluate products for you, so you don't have to. Marantz Cinema 70S, best low-profile AV receiver. Available in silver gold to the UK buyers and black only for the US and Australian market. The Marantz Cinema 70S is a half-height lifestyle AV receiver perfect for smaller spaces in viewing rooms. The sonic signature has a warm sound that works with high-res audio as well as with most movies and games. You can run a 5.1.2 Atmos setup with uniform 50 watt delivered across all 7 channels and was peerless with movie soundtracks. In Army of Thieves, using Dolby Atmos through Netflix, our reviewers got a real sense that they were traveling into the inner mechanisms of the safe when Ludwig lays his hands on the lock during the safe cracking competition. The clicky travel of the dial was crisp and delineated against the symphonic score, which rises all around. Hooked up to a Fire TV stick listening to Dolby Atmos music mixes from Tidal, our reviewers were thrilled at just how seamless the 360 presentation actually was. Bill Porter's Break a Sweat places the listener firmly in the middle of the dance floor, with horns in the surround, and the vocals dead center and the main beat gyrating across the LCR. In our 5.1.2 configuration, there were no sonic gaps or dips of any kind of content. It was just a totally immersive listening experience. Check out these specs. And in the future, if you need to find more tech deals, simply visit TechieTechDeals.com. Sony STR-AN1000, best spatial audio AV receiver. The STR-AN1000 is a 7.2 channel AV receiver, which is not only Dolby Atmos or DTS:X enabled, but supports native 360 reality audio, and also boasts 360 spatial sound mapping as well. The latter is particularly interesting, and effectively provides virtual speakers to fill in the gap. It applies what's called psychoacoustic processing to subjectively move actual speakers into a more immersive virtual position. It can be applied to stereo sources to create a surprisingly convincing multi-channel effect, and overlay on native immersive audio formats like Dolby Atmos to virtually enhance the soundstage. Now, Sony quotes a power output of 2 times 120 watts into its 6 ohm system, or roughly 85 watts per channel. Now, it's not a volume monster, but it will suffice in a typical living room or studio apartment. It's an exciting listen with smooth sonic steerage of objects and real sense of drama. It sounds bigger than its power specification implies, and handles blockbusters with authority. Here are some of the specs. Marantz Cinema 50, best format supported AV receiver. The Marantz Cinema 50 is one of the most future-proof home theater amps that we've seen. The connectivity on offer is truly impressive with 8K and 4K at 120Hz support, 6 HDMI inputs, plus 3 outputs, along with an impressive audio auto-calibration. Now, format support here is extensive with Dolby Atmos, DTS:X, and RO 3D capable, as well as Sony's 360 reality audio. It's also IMAX Enhanced certified, which could come into its own when Disney Plus starts streaming IMAX audio mixes. If you're looking for an AV amp that can deliver massive dynamics with whip crack fast transients and some fearsome bass extension, end, the Cinema 50 doesn't disappoint. It's a tremendously exciting listening and steers gunfire shootouts beautifully, with effortless panning, and even at high volumes, there is no hint of strain, and it does music well too. Marantz's lauded HDAM amplification circuitry is warm and melodious. In 2-channel mode, we'd say the Cinema 50 is comparable to a high-quality mid-range stereo amp. And with very strong format support, it's as future-proof as they come right now. Check out some of these specs. Onkyo TX-NR7100, best high-res image support AV receiver. The TX-NR7100 is perfectly suited to movie and gaming fans alike. It has a strong connectivity for hooking up ultra-high res or fast frame rate sources. All 6 HDMI inputs offer 8 and 4K 120Hz playback support. It boasts 100 watt per channel amplification and can be configured for up to 7.1.2 or 5.1.4 Dolby Atmos loudspeakers. There is also DTS:X compatibility, plus IMAX Enhanced certification, and THX post-processing. Installation is aided by a step-by-step on-screen guide. It's similar to what we've seen on the Denon AVR-X4800H and the Marantz Cinema 50 AV receivers, albeit without the polish. There are 2 options when it comes to room equalizer: Onkyo's own Acute EQ system and Direct Live connection. Both deliver excellent results, but Direct Live is our preference. Now, THX is a feature that has fallen from favor when it comes to home theater, but it still has value when it comes to upmixing. It brought a huge improvement in staging and storytelling to sci-fi based TV dramas, as the THX processing aids in scale and adds extra ambiance to the on-screen drama. The AVR also handles complex sound sequences well, with satisfying placement of objects and pans from stage left to right. It can sound ominous and heavy, with deep rumbles rolling across the sound field, along with thunderous low-frequency effects that you can almost feel. Now, stereo music is less effective, and there are definitely better AV receivers that have audiophile sensibilities. But when it comes to value, features, and overall performance for a home theater system and gaming system, the TX-NR7100 can really deliver. Here are some of the specs. Denon AVR-X2700H, best value AV receiver. Denon's AVR-X2700H provides an affordable jumping-on point for the brand's 2021 X Series AV receivers. The price tag hints on budget components, but in a smaller viewing room rather than a large cave-like theater, it defies expectations. While this one may not have many channels, it's still a great AV receiver for most people. There are plenty of HDMI ports on the back, so you could hook up loads of devices, and there's an easy setup menu when you hook up your TV or projector. It's a solid unit that gives your home cinema system a good centerpiece. In our listening reviews, it gave a punchy delivery that has no problems with action-oriented soundtracks. Plus, it's nuanced enough to portray suitable ambiance too. Power output rated at about 150 watts for the multi-channel, which is generous, and it'll support a 5.1.2 channel configuration or conventional 7.1 surround sound, depending on how you've set up your loudspeakers. Not to mention that it will support up to 8K. I'll buy it from a single HDMI 2.1 port. Still, the value for the money here is undeniable. Here are some of the specs. Denon AVR-X4800H, best overall AV receiver. It's a sonic tour de force. The X48H is a home theater amplifier with long-term appeal. The provisions of a full board of 8K to 4K with 120Hz HDMI inputs and coverage of all significant home cinema sound formats ensures that this Denon amp will partner with any device or source you may acquire for a long time to come. It's not a small box by any stretch of the imagination, but that just means that it's filled with loads of impressive amplification internals. 9 channels of channels means that you can attach a massive surround or Atmos system. The screen on the front of you makes it easy to read and know what mode it's in. And then there's the easy setup mode when you plug it into your TV or projector. From there you can set up all the different settings and features to get the most out of your receiver. Now the sound profile is best described as visceral. The soundstage is crisp and detailed, but there is a sense of power and precision as well. Directional panning is totally convincing. While Denon rates onboard power at 9 times 125 watts through its 8 ohm system or 200 watts through its 6 ohm system, it sounds rather more muscular than that. This is a blockbuster amplifier designed for blockbusters, but it's darn good with music too. Sounding light and agile with 2-channel stereo and seamlessly immersive with 3D audio mixes. The Denon AVR-X4800H is as close to future-proof as you can get with a current home cinema amplifier, offering generous 8 to 4K 120Hz playback support, and capable with all the immersive audio formats that you'll likely find in the wild. It is definitely the multimedia hub AV fans have been waiting for, and it's the one that we recommend overall. Here are some of the specs. Folks, we hope you've enjoyed this well-reviewed list of AV receivers, with one being right for you. Still, if you're unsure as which model that you should choose, simply just comment down below and I will personally assist you. And also remember that Amazon has an excellent return policy to help you minimize your risk. And please let us know which AV receiver you would choose. Links to all of these items will be posted in the video description box below. And when you're done, check out the next video.